like me. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everyone? How's it going? How's your guys' this weekend been? What's up, Barney? What's up, Back Left, Cindy, Art Nerd? How you guys doing? It is Sunday, May 3rd. I am feeling a little low energy today. What's up, Scarinder? Trying to have this coffee kick me into gear a little bit, but some days even coffee can't really save you. Well, I just thought that maybe I would switch things up a little bit and instead of jamming or doing like really just piano and jam heavy sketching. Maybe I tried to sketch something at the start of the stream that's a little bit more maybe sound design focused. Maybe I'll explore some percussive sound design, maybe some bass sound design. Just mess around a little bit and see if my inspiration is coming from any particular source today. But I guess I'm sort of a notorious in the Monster Cat artist community. Kind of make my way around. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, you hang out in Braken's stream as well? Nice. Yeah. Come hang out with us more often. Oh, a Modern Protos chat? Nice. Cool. I'll make you a mod right now if you agree to never go into Braken's chat again. I'm just playing. I just like to give Braken a hard time on occasion. It's like what's that called? There's a name for that in the world of employment, where companies will like try to, I don't know, hook someone from a company and reel them in. There's some kind of term for that. I forget it. But non-compete, is that poaching? Yeah, I think, is it poaching? Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. Poaching. But also, I came across this incredible guy on TikTok that just does gorgeous jazz a cappella covers and remixes of various songs, and that really made my weekend a lot better, along with playing some Skyrim. I think I mentioned to you guys that I got the Switch 2, and I did not get it with I wanted to balance out a lot of the games that I lost when I got my Mac, because I think like I just wanted to have a system that was more work focused. Didn't really have, all the games that are that I love at my fingertips in the studio space. So I kind of got rid of that. It was kind of a byproduct. It wasn't a priority, but I was like, well, I don't mind getting rid of those games. And then it turns out that it worked out really great, because Skyrim is one of those games that I hate to admit it, but I do replay it, I don't know, every couple of years or something. And I found that they have it on Switch and it translates really well. Fallout does too. Still waiting for the OLED version. What's the difference there? I remember when people first started using Switches, and back then I was kind of like I guess a little bit of a Switch hater for some reason. I didn't see the appeal, but now now that I have one, I get it. I love the flexibility of there's so many ways to game. You can well, obviously it's portable, but then also having it hooked up to your TV at home is great. Having the monitor itself, the console itself or whatever is great. Oh, LCD versus OLED, gotcha. OLED is just is there a quality difference there, or is it more of a preference? My husband loves Skyrim and goes back to replay every once in a while. Yeah. Wait, is that Oblivion or Skyrim? It's got a little bit of a Star Wars vibe, the score, when you just play it like that. But anyways, cool. Catch up shenanigans out of the way. Let's see what we're working with. So I'm at 70 BPM here. Got some FM stuff going on here. Nothing crazy. I'm just trying to mess around a little bit. I don't do bass sound design very often at all these days, so a lot of my focus has been on practicing my voice off stream, but realistically just like more like composition oriented, arrangement oriented. And I feel like most of my sound design, I just don't, it's weird because like I don't have some kind of urge to, I don't make songs and often think that like, oh, I really need a bass sound right here, like some really interesting bass sound design here. But when I go through the effort of maybe trying to make a few patches, then it kind of plants that seed in my brain of like, oh wait, actually, now that I'm used to kind of like thinking of creating these things again, I can kind of see how they might fit in certain areas a bit more. The human brain is so interesting like that, isn't it? The way it can just be kind of rewired, haywired. I had to do it, sorry. Also, check this out. I don't know why I've never tried this before, but so obviously a popular clipper here, and it's completely free. So I mean, Ableton has the saturator, which you can use too, but this thing is zero latency. I realize I should start using this for stream because this will help me avoid any peaking, kind of like unwanted distortion happening. So I'll probably put this in my template. Either that or the saturator. I know there's some kind of like, hold on. Mr. Bill mentioned this to me. I don't really know exactly how you set it up. So it's a hard clip. Well, whatever. We're just going to use G for now. I wanted to grab some kind of, maybe like, let's type in snare. Sure, let's just try this and see if we can do some interesting, something interesting with this. Let's see. kind of just sounds like a noise layer right now, which is...
I was going through my Twitter replies and found the original SEP 2022 sketch journal that eventually became chromatically.
That's awesome.
Would you ever consider sharing it with us or tossing it on Key Collection?
Oh,
The
yeah.
finished product is amazing, but I love hearing the difference with how it began as well.
Yeah, honestly, I saw that, and it cracks me up hearing that old version because the chords are cool. They're a little more interesting in some ways than the final version, the chords in the final version. But actually, that's a great idea. I should throw it up on Key Collection. I feel really bad because I don't know how to honestly manage all the different things that I want to be doing at the moment. Like my mind, I know a lot of the things that I would love to be doing with Key Collection right now, but I also know that there's some other things that are taking priority right now. I do have something pretty exciting in the works that I haven't really even alluded to, because it's better not to put the cart in front of the horse. I wasn't sure 100% if this project was going to come to fruition, but I do have something pretty exciting that will be happening at some point this year. Just a little sum before the album comes out. But it's been something I've been working on off stream, and it's really cool. So anyways, that's been taking up some of my time as well. But really majority of the work I want to be doing is album related stuff. And obviously, like thinking about Panorama and the first sketch journal album, because I think like priority number one for me is just like finding out a way to get my music to a point where I'm happy with releasing a lot of it. But anyways, that's kind of a random tangent. I think that's a really awesome idea, and I appreciate you thinking about taking that original version. What is the... Oh, actually, I think the reason why I ended up changing them is because there wasn't much chromatic movement in the original chromatic chords. So I wanted something that has like... Okay. Anyways. Keep us in the dark. I feel like that's the kind of thing you'd say. That's the kind of thing you say to someone where you don't want to hear updates about what they're doing. Like, hey, okay. You know what? Keep me in the dark on that one. Honestly, it's kind of how I feel a lot about a lot of the headlines from the last couple of years. It's like I have a duty and a responsibility as a civilian and a citizen of this country to stay updated, but goddamn, a part of me definitely feels that way about reading headlines. Like every day you wake up and it's like, Jesus. It's not a bad, like... This isn't a bad, like, starter sound here. So I feel like whenever I reach... This is something I love to do in just sound design exploration sessions. You reach a point in a sound where you think you got something, duplicate it, and then start making more changes. Maybe let's explore some of these other ones. Harm sweep, comb. Might be cool to make this a loop and then try to create some kind of LFO pattern. Forward loop. Let's do forward reverse. Okay, I don't really know. We're just gonna keep messing around and hope that we come up with something cool. Get some of that diffuser action on this bad boy. Ooh, actually, what if we got some subtle movement at the beginning of... You know, one thing I noticed is that I do definitely appreciate the tone in disperser a bit more than the diffuser. Although, you know, maybe there's just hyper-specific settings in the diffuser that maybe could be similar. But I did notice I just like I just like disperser more. This feels kind of Peekaboo Saka inspired, which would make sense because I like both of those artists' music. Let's see, what else can we do here? Maybe let's duplicate this guy and do this, just continue this process. Yo, what's up, Believe Music? How's it going? What up, what up, what up? Try to add some random noise to this. I don't know. Maybe we could. I want to keep experimenting with the quality of this spectral layer too. There's all these different settings that are... Ooh. That's kind of cool too. I kind of like that. Maybe it could be like a variation. For the producers out there, do you guys do this sometimes too, where you kind of try to just experiment with creating a genre that maybe you don't normally do, and then just try to see if you can, how well you can pull it off? I did that with like an indie pop record recently, and man, it was oh, that reminds me, I still want to get back into that, like, oh dude, I cannot forget to do this. There's this tutorial on how to engineer cymbals that I've been wanting to watch for months. I totally forgot about that. It's kind of like a low priority item, but anyways, I was just thinking about how difficult it is to try to engineer drums that you hear in, well, my assumption is obviously people aren't really engineering drums for like indie pop. Most of the time, I'm sure they're just, processed recordings, but damn, doing kick drums. I mean, EDM is built around largely synthesized drum sounds. I mean, there are for sure plenty of acoustic drum sounds too, but I'd say predominantly you hear synthesized drum sounds. Is the cymbal thing the one with the dispersed feedback loop? I believe so. I honestly can't remember. All I remember is that I saw my boy AU5 kind of talk about this being like one of the best tutorials he's seen. And when I saw the preview, I was pretty flabbergasted because I've made some pretty terrible attempts at engineering cymbals myself. The only thing I've been able to do is like hi-hats, just through like, tedious random processing on white noise with like transient shaping and like adding weird peaks and like through comb filters and distortion or saturation and lots of like multi-band processing, and it's like the end result I still didn't really like that much. And that was still such a limited like output. It's like just a few hi-hats, so I'm pretty excited to check that out because the results that I was hearing in the video were extremely impressive. There was definitely something about feedback that I remember making it a little bit sketchy in the beginning of the tutorial. That was something they pointed out, was that, it's achieved the vast majority of the sound is achieved through this like feedback loop. So I do remember that portion, but anyways. Let's see. Let's make sure these are all grabbing the right dummy as well. We could start sidechaining these bad boys. Let's see. Okay, let's duplicate this guy. I think it sounds kind of interesting, and then let's create a variation. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we F or PD this layer. Ooh. Oh yeah, gate. It doesn't sound very good. Huh. Maybe we try a different sample here. Not sure exactly what, but sure, let's try this. That noise is way too harsh. Let's see. I don't being a little quiet here, but I feel like it doesn't really help for me to be talking. Let's configure this macro here, because that was nice for the articulation changes. All right, let's keep exploring. Maybe let's duplicate this guy over here and duplicate this guy over here. And let's do the same thing here. Let's duplicate these hits and basically just try to do the same thing, but with variations in all of the sound design. I want to try to throw a spectral gator on here just for fun. Spectral shaper. Ooh, wait a minute. Whoa, wait. Okay. Kind of forgot what happens when you do that. Okay, that's May. First May sketch journal, I think. 2026. 70 BPM sound design. All right. Where's the Melda one? Spectral dynamics. Oh yeah, it's called spectral dynamics. Ooh. I mean, that's basically just a sub. It gated everything else out, but it's kind of cool. Let's leave that because I actually kind of like that. And let's create another copy here. I don't know if this is going anywhere. That's kind of cool too. I feel like the general let's see, I'm gonna create this group here, all bases, and let's take all of these. Whoops. Let's make sure they're all routed into this group. And then we'll send the group to the sidechain. But this way I can capture these bases. Let's see, all bases. That might be nice for the intro. Let's see. And what I was originally planning on doing was doing some reverse reverb stuff with these guys. Okay, so let's look at this. Maybe reverse this. Wait. Actually, I kind of skipped a step here. I think I want to try to add some reverb. Whatever, something like that is probably fine. Let's bounce this. And grab this guy, put it here. Okay, I don't really know. I feel like I just gotta fill in some of the spaces. And by doing so, I'm hoping that I'll just come up with other ideas, other sounds, things to do. When you bounce a basketball in an empty gym. I want to try something here. Not sure the best way to do this, but I kind of want to like vocode this. Okay, let's set this sends only. Where's that vocoder at? Okay. Audio from Serum 20. Let's set it to maybe like 50% or lower. Oh, yo, thank you so much for the raid, Les Sondier. Probably butchered that, but we gotta do follow-up. Yo. Rude T, thank you for the follow. We gotta do follow-up. Yo, thank you guys for the follows. Picta 75, Drazi, what's up? What's up? Welcome everyone. Thank you again for the raid, Sandier. I'm just experimenting a little bit with some sound design today. I've spent a lot of time jamming and creating sketches recently, so I wanted to kind of like switch it up a little bit, try to do something that's less harmony and melody focused. We gotta do follow-up. Yo, thank you for the follow. Guess so. Welcome, everyone. Let's see. I'm actually starting to hear maybe some sound design that I've previously made as well. So I'm going to just grab something here. I'm kind of hearing like a rock. Let's see. I got to make sure I'm grabbing the MIDI from the right track here. That speed is a bit too much here. Huh. Oh, wait. Where's that coming from? I feel like some chords might be kind of cool. Now I'm hearing like some... We just record it and then kind of alter it however we wish, get in that that reverb automation. Okay. Let's quantize these real quick. Now let's get that automation in here. This reminds me of something, but I don't know what. Well, it is bass music, just generic bass music, honestly. It's just that classic minor second with some, 70 BPM sound design. It's nothing special. it could be reminding you of like multiple things, or just kind of like I don't know, that like I don't know exactly like what kind of 70 BPM. I don't know if you would consider this kind of sketch like dubstep, but like, you know, like that kind of like peekaboo style, more so, more subdued, and kind of like lots of not like, you know, the entire spectrum is being filled with noise kind of bass music, you know. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna grab a little.
Damn.
Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's get up the feedback. I like the idea of maybe having this right. I want another sound at the end of this phrase here, so let me see. I'm kind of thinking of something specific. Actually, I could just use this audio because this is what I was thinking. And I'll just pitch it. Let's see, like right here. Maybe no warping. Okay, cool. We can add some OTT, throw some reverb on there. Go like this. Whoopsha. Yo, thank you for the follow, Helmut. I appreciate it. Probably something I've heard in Bloom Battle or something in feedback on ProtoStream. Yeah, sure. Could totally be. let's add some more measures here. Whoa, okay. Maybe not quite that many. Okay. Okay. Kind of want this to move. I feel like this would be good for like a chiller kind of section where like the energy kind of calms down a little bit. All right, what else we got? What was that first patch we made up here? I don't think we ended up using that. Nope. Also, like, I guess another artist that I feel like makes really great music in this vein of bass music is Of the Trees. His stuff is very tasty. I wonder. 4 could be interesting. It is a bit much. I'm kind of curious what this would sound like if I tried to vocoder it as well a little bit. Let's see. Let's go over here into a separate section. Try this out. See, I want to just experiment with the source sound a little bit here. The carrier. So let's grab 38. Go, whoops. Let's go like this. Let's try to kind of want to get the articulation a specific way for the volume. Okay, let's just record those chords for now, and then let's see if we can just experiment with this a little bit. Just quantize it, legato. It's kind of an interesting, like, metallic texture there all of a sudden. like that, but what if we I kind of wish the bass sound was now like a little more open. I wonder if we could somehow hold on, are these all set to retrigger? Maybe we could do something like this. Dun 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 dun. That's kind of a unique sound. It's quite interesting. I feel like sometimes you just make random stuff and you don't really have a purpose for it right off the bat. But I don't know, maybe this has some purpose in one of my tracks at some point. Messing with the format is pretty fun. Let's why don't we try to just since we're not really making a song right now, we're just kind of doing some sound design. Why don't we change up the tempo here? Let's go like 85 ish. Hold on. Maybe 90. Let's get rid of the downbeat. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's got a nice groove to it. Cool. Why don't we try a similar process as before, but now let's just duplicate these sounds. See what else. What else we can come up with here. What else should we throw on here? Ooh. How does that compare to the earlier patch? Kind of making a whole bunch of nonsense right now. I'm packing for a move, so this is giving me put shit in the box vibes. What's up, Hottie? We're making some weird sounds today, if you haven't already noticed. Let's see. Kind of want like some kind of I don't know, like it, you know, like the classic cat call pitch movement, like that, but on a bass, some kind of bass sound. Obviously sustained. It would have to be sustained. So let's just start with something like this. Could probably do it like this. Okay, so gonna go like this, and then we shall go into the MIDI and just manually do this. Wow. Why is that not sustaining all the way? I mean, the MIDI is clearly... So this is another bug that I swear I'm not going crazy. But like Ableton will just refuse to play the MIDI that's written there for some reason. Like, look at this MIDI. Tell me that's not supposed to sustain for this entire section. But it just ends early for no reason. You hear there's a gap before the downbeat where it just stops playing. Which, I mean, there's no automation stopping it. That's got to be an unwanted error. Why don't we use this thing on the downbeat as well? Had to do it. What if we randomly created a halftime version of Benny Benassi here? whatever. We're just messing around right now anyway, so what's the harm? A little bit faster. Actually, we could stay 90. Let's stay at 90. Let's record that. That's so dumb. We're going on a Benny Benassi tangent. Let's go like this. Just extend this a little bit. I feel like we need those three notes from the main melody to kind of keep it close enough to the original. That's just such a big part of that riff, right? So we'll just have that repeat. And let's get rid of the end quantize. Let's get a little bit of filter action going here. That could be kind of cool too. I'm going to try to add this layer. Dun. What the hell am I doing right now? This is so dumb. Oh my god. I need some low end to match with this Man, all right, let's just use yeah, we can duplicate this guy, and we'll kind of adjust this to be a little bit less noisy, and then it can kind of act as the main. All right, let's try that. This is not gonna work, but I'm still gonna do it for a little bit anyways. 'Cause why not? Hold up, that first take was good. I like those voicings. I need to get rid of the reverb right here. Oh. Maybe there's some room for these vital patches from earlier. Not really. Now, how does this sound like with a... Maybe with a little bit of this, or the original saw. All right. I don't know. I might have completely lost the plot. What did we start with? Let me slap a Pro L on here now. To get a little bit of a volume boost, not too much. not a whole lot of good stuff going on. And then we got distracted here with some random shit. What else did we do? All right. Well, I'm not really too crazy about any of these, but I feel like one thing I've noticed recently that I do really enjoy in my workflow is just trying to work on small little things and then letting them sit and then coming back to them a few days later. And I find that I've almost forgotten altogether that I created something that sounded like that. And then it gives me a little bit of a slightly more objective perspective on it. And like sometimes I hear something like, oh wait, actually that there's some kind of little seed of an idea there that could turn into something, or it just becomes blatantly obvious to me that it is not really worth pursuing. And my guess is that nothing in here is really worth turning into a song on its own, but there's a lot of fun sound design in here that I'll maybe like render out into little bits of audio or patches, and then I can try to implement them in other songs. But anyways, I think I might end up calling it here for today. Not a super long stream. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to switch it up a little bit, do some sound design, and experimentation. I think sometimes when I'm streaming, there's a little bit of a temptation to just like focus on the things that I'm comfortable with. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think a big part of any artist's workflow should always be making room for trying new things, and or maybe not. I mean, I didn't really work on anything super foreign today, but you should be willing to kind of like, yeah, dive into the unknown a little bit, and just find some things that are that you maybe wouldn't have thought about or forgot about or have never tried. And I don't know. I feel like I did a little bit of that today, so. Apologies if that was a little bit of a boring stream, but this sounds like the melody to satisfaction. That's exactly what it is. But appreciate y'all. And I shall be back on Tuesday. And keeping in mind, this is going to be my last month of kind of streaming more regularly. So I thought it might be cool to do some kind of community stream later in the month, like maybe on one of the last days of the month. I don't know. Let's talk about it in the Haywyre Discord, because we could definitely do some like sample challenges or I don't know. Let's shoot around some ideas, do something special, and I think it'd be a good way to kind of wrap up the year. I also was thinking, I think Art Nerd brought up Key Collection earlier, and I was thinking that it would be cool to maybe have one final big free Twitch pack that just has like all sorts of random little sound design, audio bits, things that I've worked on over the last year of streaming, and just have like one ginormous pack that contains a bunch of stuff like that from the last year, just to kind of make up for being a little bit MIA on Key Collection. But yeah, some random thoughts to wrap up the stream there. Appreciate y'all hanging out, and yeah, shoot around some ideas on what we could do for the end of the month. I mean, community stream, I definitely like the idea of doing Jackbox again or something like that. Some Minecraft, who knows? We'll figure it out. But yeah, for now, peace out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and thanks for hanging. Take care, y'all.
Ready?